Hello everyone, it's Mish here, and welcome to my channel. If you're new, thank you for stopping by, and if you are one of my crafty friends and kindred spirits, I'm glad you're here with me today. I hope everybody is doing well. I know that my thoughts go out to many of you who I know are going through things, so my thoughts are with you. I am going to be doing another week in the Margarete Miller Collage Challenge, and the prompts for week 15 are a stamp or seal impression, something that flies, something found in the kitchen, a piece of wrapping paper with bright colors, a photograph of a landmark, and an interesting texture. So I already have my wrapping paper down, and there's glitter in there, and I think this is just beautiful wrapping paper. I could have used this for two of my prompts because these are kind of textured, but I like to try to meet each prompt separately, which is just a personal challenge to me, at least as much as I can. So I have something else that's going to fit the interesting texture. But I'm going to go next to something found in the kitchen. So in my kitchen, there's always mushrooms. So I thought that would be a cool... Oh, and I already have left a space for my prompts. So I do have some mushrooms. So these ones here, I got off Raw Pixel. Raw Pixel is a online image repository where you can get all kinds of images. Now, before I found those, I did go to some of my other sources. So I had a bunch of other cutout mushrooms here, so I already had some cutouts, and then I just went through, this is the bibliophilia, and I found, I considered an apple is found in the kitchen. I considered this lemon that kind of looks like a pig, so I did consider this egg, other things, and so I went through the bibliophilia. I went through the antiquarian sticker book, because there was a few options there of mushrooms and stuff. On this page, maybe the lemon. I can't remember what I was thinking on this page. And maybe I was thinking peas or something. I'm not sure. But anyway, so I just went through some of my books. Oh, there's a bunch of mushroom stickers there. And there's a mushroom there. So I went through that, and I also went through my botanist sticker book, but there wouldn't be any here. This is more just, just plants. Oh, but there is some mushrooms. So I could have looked at that, but I didn't get that far. But in the end, I just printed off some of those. So I'm thinking that I'm just going to layer these a little bit. Now, my interesting texture is this piece of paper. I don't know if it'll pick it up, but it's all really rough. It's like a linen, and I got this in a calligraphy book. There was I just got it at Value Village on the weekend, and there was some cards there that were perforated that you punch out, and you can do some calligraphy on, I guess. But it has this really funny texture. So I thought that could be a piece of ground that my main focal point can sit on. And so I'm just going to not distress it too much, but just have a little bit there so that it just blends in a little bit to the background. Because the focal point that I used actually came from Marta's, which is this one, Moss Stories. So I absolutely love her cutout and collage books. So my image is going to be this little fairy, because I think she is just the sweetest little thing. Look at that little expression. Oh my gosh. So for my collage this week, it's going to be more like a scene, I think. And I was kind of thinking that she'll stand like down here, but these need to be grounded somehow. And maybe that one over there. Kind of like this. And then we can poke that one in the side there. Or so. Or maybe like that. I love these kind of mushrooms. Now that might be a toadstool, I'm not exactly sure, but I love the little button mushrooms. And the pinker they are underneath is the fresher they are. I think that looks, do you think that looks better, or that on top like that? Now I could distress around the edge to set it off. I think I'll, right now, I'm just going to get some glue down the middle so I can just get something centered or something anchored. That's what I'm trying to say. And kind of thinking like that. Okay, so that's anchored. The other thing I want to do is I want to do my seal. So I'm going to actually take off my sweatshirt because my sweatshirt sleeves are so baggy. And I hate having a candle going anywhere near my craft room. It always makes me right paranoid. So let's see if we can get our wax burning. I don't even know if this lighter works. There we go. Okay, and then we'll get that there. If that gets too hot, I have another little pot here that I can just put my little spoon on. So there we go. Let's make it like that. Okay, so while that's cooking, we'll get back to this. All right, so I've got that anchored, and then I'm thinking like that, I think would be good. Lower that down some. Yeah, I like that, because I can always cut off the bottom, or, yeah, I like that. So what I can do with this one here is just trim this off a little bit from the bottom. It's a gorgeous day here in Halifax. I think it's about 10 degrees. I had the plumber over this morning because Bobby had bought me a dishwasher for Christmas. It had broke down probably a couple years ago now. And the thing with the dishwasher is there's a number of reasons why I feel that a dishwasher is a good thing to have in the house. And one is that it does save on electricity, it saves on water, and you know when the dishes come out that they're going to be clean, hygienic, because they're going to be heated, they're going to be almost sterilized. And with my arthritis, I'm finding it hard to hold and wash heavier items, like I have heavy plates. I might have to eventually go to lighter plates, but my arthritis, I'm dropping things and stuff. So at least with the dishwasher, I can load up the dishwasher, and then, I don't have to actually wash everything myself. Okay, I'm kind of thinking that isn't she so stinking cute? I'm kind of thinking like that. But what I think I'm going to do with this one, I am going to distress it just around the edge, just a little bit, just to set it off from that other lighter one. I think distressing has its uses. I don't like heavily distressed or really grungy things, but I do like some distressing. Yeah, see, I think that's just better. So I'm going to get this one down. Okay, and then, so that's our textured item. It's our, she's so cute. It's our something that flies, fairies fly. And then I have another little item from the cutout book too, that I want that little mushroom peeking out. That flies, and that's this little butterfly. It's her little friend. And I just happened, I was going through my cutouts for my digi kits that I just have lying in different places, and I happened to find this little mushroom. So I thought that little one, I think that came from one of my porch prints, but I'm not sure. So that would work. Okay, and then something else with a texture, a funny texture. I think my seal's almost ready. Is this, it's a copper thread, and it matches kind of the coppery metallic of that wrapping paper. So I already went ahead and made a little bundle that's going to go kind of there. And I've already chosen, well, I haven't. So I have this little flower, and I have this little heart. And I'm kind of going with the heart. Or am I going to go with the flower? I don't have a mushroom, but let's try the flower. I'm just going to take this off the heat. Blow that out. Okay, and we'll see what we come up with. It's actually bubbling. Okay, so I'm just going to pour that on. And I think I'll just put it back there. And then I'm just going to use this one, I guess. And then we'll let that sit for a minute. So then that's going to be my seal impression. And I think I will put the butterfly just here. And you know, I could have done a lot of stamping, but I wanted just a nice little image for today. Nice little scene builder when I look through. Now, I should have maybe distressed the edge there just to make that stand out some. Oh, that's lovely. And that's my seal there. A little flower. Now, I did bring some metallic, but I don't think I'm going to use it. But what I am going to do, I've got a little bit of that stuff left, and I have another one of these. But this one here I felt was a little bit too fat. I'm just going to pull a couple of these out. There we go. And then instead of wasting that, I'm just going to lay that down on my little mat. I have a silicone thing. I could have probably saved more of that, but. And then it's kind of wobbly, this one. We'll see what happens. See if it falls over. And then I could just have an extra one for something else. So that's it. I mean, that was short and sweet this week. Stick it in there. And there is our collage for this week. I absolutely adore that. So I thank you for hanging out with me today. I do really hope that you stay safe and well. And until we meet again, bye for now.